Moving on, cutting-edge vision AI company SwitchOn has secured Series A funding of $4.2 million led by a Singapore-based fund, Accelo Ventures, Pi Ventures and prominent angels such as Anuj Bihani, Lakshmi Narayan and others. Now, this investment will allow SwitchOn to continue its rapid growth in India as well and scale internationally. Joining us now to talk about SwitchOn's growth plans is its co-founder Aniruddha Banerjee. Also joining us is my colleague Ritu. Aniruddha, welcome to Startup Street. Tell me how you plan to use this $4.2 billion in funding that you've secured. You want to use the capital to scale growth, scale internationally, like I just mentioned, and also invest in R&D. What are the plans on this front? And if you could also share some timelines.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me here. And it gives me, great pleasure to be able to say that we at SwitchOn are building a global company. We are automating quality inspection for the manufacturing industry. And bulk of this will be used to do more product development as we move from just an inspection to be able to root cause defects in manufacturing lines. We are also expanding internationally, especially in the US, where we are looking to, within a quarter or so, start our foothold and do a lot of more business than we currently are doing. We are also looking to aggressively grow in India. We presently have customers in large Fortune 100, Fortune 500 companies. We are looking to grow our installations there.
Well, Aniruddha, hi, this is Ritu. You said US, you have a presence, of course, and you want to expand there. When you say you have international expansion plans, is that only concentrated in the US? And if yes, what is your current base and how much are you planning to grow that by over there?
Yeah, absolutely. So presently, we are in a couple of customers in the US, which we are looking to grow at least tenfold. We have, for example, we are working in the automotive industry. We are also looking to get to the consumer goods industry there. And part of the reason of that is that quality inspection and defects, the cost of quality there is almost 6 times what is being spent in India presently. And we believe that as a company, we can add a lot more value as we go to and aim for customers there.
Okay. Aniruddha, like you just mentioned, you currently work across automotive, consumer goods and pharmaceutical industries as well. So tell us a bit about how you use AI to help them reduce manufacturing defects and improve quality. Also, are there other industries that you're exploring?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you imagine manufacturing lines as they exist right now, basically, while most of the manufacturing itself is completely automated, but the QA/QC processes that they have are predominantly manual, right? So if you imagine, for example, any of the bottles that get manufactured right now, they're manufactured in an automated fashion in these assembly lines. And there are manual operators that go to the end of the line, pick up a product and try to figure out whether there's a defect and put them in a good or a bad bin. This is a very slow, extremely error-prone and repetitive process. And this is what we are looking to automate with the use of AI and computer vision, right? So what we are doing is that with the use of AI and computer vision, we are analyzing products automatically as high speed as around 600 products per minute, which is roughly 10 products per second, right? And we are figuring out all of the defects in that, and we are removing the products from the line as well, such that after installing our platform in any manufacturing lines, our customers can get 100% quality assurance on every single product that they manufacture. Also, along with that, they get a 30 to 50% reduction in the quality costs that they typically incur. We've also been able to enable a lot of the operators to move away from the slow and repetitive task of going to a line, picking up a product, putting it in a bin, to be able to root cause them through a completely digital platform. So that's a little bit about what we do and how we are adding value.
Well, Aniruddha, thanks for pointing that out. And I was also reading in your press note that, companies spend more than 25% of their workforce on these quality inspection checks that you were talking about. And they still get many complaints each year, and they spend more than $6.5 billion. So in numbers, if you could tell us, how much are you able to reduce this cost for the companies that you're working with? And number two, as Shruti asked you earlier, besides these 3 industries, will there be other industries that you would enter?
Yeah, absolutely. So in most of our cases, we have been able to completely automate the quality inspection. So instead of people being on the line, they are just analyzing the reports. which enables our customers to reduce their quality costs by 30 to 50% in most cases, right? So that's kind of the value we are adding for them. In terms of numbers, if you see that typically the quality inspection is about 25% of the total operating cost of a plant, right? And that leads to about a very good 10 to 15% reduction in that bottom line. From an industry perspective, as you mentioned, that we are currently in the automotive, consumer goods, and pharma industry. We are also evaluating the electronics and white goods industry as we speak. Right, quality checks, are also extremely important for any kind of issues that can lead to large-scale problems.
Aniruddha, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
My next question to you was that, over the last 4 years, you've worked with several Fortune 500 customers globally. So tell us, how many customers do you currently have? And also, if you could take us through the current business growth numbers and the revenue numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think from a customer perspective, as I mentioned, we work with a number of large Fortune 100, Fortune 500 companies. Overall, presently, we work with about 20 enterprises in India as well as in the US. In terms of the revenue growth, we have seen about a 4x growth in our ARR numbers in this financial year. And we are close to a $1.5 million ARR presently. We are looking to grow this 10 times in this financial year. We have a bunch of large global contracts, with manufacturers that we are looking to execute in this and grow this to a 10x figure by the next financial year.
Well, Aniruddha, thank you very much. 10x growth in the next few years, that's a significant milestone for you to achieve. Pleasure speaking to you here on Startup Street, and thank you very much for your time.
All right, moving on.